Galeno scored in stoppage time to give Porto a 1-0 win over Arsenal in the first leg of the round of 16 of the Champions League on Wednesday. Galeno broke the deadlock with a right-footed shot into the far corner 4 minutes into added time, leaving Arsenal in need of a win in the return leg in London on March 12 to return to the quarter-finals of Europe's elite club competition for the first time in 14 years. Galeno's strike from outside the area came in what was supposed to be the final minute of stoppage time at the Estadio do Dragao. The Brazilian forward, who had hit the post in the first half, was named the man of the match. Porto were mostly in control and kept Arsenal from having any attempts on target. The English side was coming off 5 consecutive wins in which they scored 21 goals in total. Porto were eliminated in the round of 16 last season. The Portuguese team is trying to reach the quarter-finals for the first time since 2021. Arsenal, making their first Champions League appearance since 2016-17, failed to get past the round of 16 in 7 consecutive tries from 2011-17. They have lost their last 7 first-leg matches in the last 16. Arsenal beat Porto at this stage when they last advanced in 2010. Porto were without Iranian striker Mehdi Taremi because of a right thigh injury. Galeno stuns Arsenal with late Porto winner in Champions League. FC Porto's Brazilian midfielder number 13 Wenderson Galeno shoots and scores a goal during the UEFA Champions League last 16 first-leg football match between FC Porto and Arsenal FC at the Dragao Stadium in Porto on February 21, 2024. Photo by Miguel Riopa AFP. Galeno curled in a sublime stoppage-time strike as FC Porto defeated Arsenal 1-0 in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie in Portugal on Wednesday. Appearing in a first knockout match in Europe's premier club competition for 7 years, Arsenal struggled to break down an organized Porto defense before Galeno's last gasp stroke of brilliance. The defeat ended Arsenal's 8-game unbeaten run against Portuguese opposition and leaves Mikel Arteta's side with plenty of work to do in the return leg in London next month. Arteta stuck with the same starting lineup for the third game in succession following his team's 5-0 demolition of Burnley at the weekend. Porto defender Pepe, who turns 41 next week and is the oldest outfield player in Champions League history, made his 119th appearance in the competition. By comparison, Arsenal's starters had combined for a total of 104 before kickoff at the Estadio do Dragao. While short on Champions League experience, Arteta has said his squad have the belief they can mix it with Europe's best. The Gunners have started the new year with 5 successive wins in the Premier League, scoring 21 goals in those games, and are firmly in the race for a first title since 2004. As well as reigning supreme in England for the first time in 20 years, the North Londoners are convinced they can also conquer Europe, spurred on further by the prospect of a Wembley final. Arsenal have never won the Champions League, losing their only final appearance against Barcelona in 2006. Porto, European champions in 1987 and 2004, are a disappointing third in Portugal this term, but frustrated Arsenal throughout. Arsenal favourites to conquer Porto's fractured fortress, but Galeno is serious threat in Champions League tie. Gunners drawn against Portuguese side. Arsenal should be confident of progressing, but they must be wary of complacency, given the way Bukayo Saka terrorised 37-year-old Brighton fullback James Milner on Sunday. Arsenal will fancy their chances. Porto, however, boast an impressive defensive record. They have the best defense in the Portuguese top flight this season after conceding just 9 times in 13 games. In attack, their biggest threat comes from winger Galeno. Signed in January 2022 after Luis Diaz was sold to Liverpool, the 26-year-old Brazilian has taken the Champions League by storm. He contributed to 8 goals during the group stage, 4 goals and 4 assists, which is more than any other player in the Champions League this season.